Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all rocking with me. And for this video, new details have just come out in the NBA Youngboy case. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, being that I've been to prison, being that I have a better understanding than most on how this legal system works, I can almost guarantee NBA Youngboy is going to be going to prison. So we have a major update in the NBA Youngboy case, and depending on how you look at it, determines if it's good or bad. Initially, rumors speculated after his arrest in Los Angeles by the feds, NBA Youngboy was going to be the next major rapper targeted in a RICO case, bringing down him and everybody around him. But lucky for him, that isn't the case. New details came out describing Youngboy's arrest, stating he pulled out of his Los Angeles mansion in a 2021 Maybach truck, not knowing police were already waiting for him. A squad car activated its lights, and Youngboy drove off before eventually pulling over as more officers arrived on scene. Two officers approached the Maybach as Youngboy rolled down the window. They directed him to throw the keys out of the vehicle, and he complied. They then told him to stick his hands out of the window, which he did. And as they approached him to place him in custody, Youngboy stomped on the gas and took the fuck off. He later pulled over, jumping out of the Maybach, and took off running, hiding behind someone's property, where he was later found by canines. Youngboy was the only person in the vehicle at the time, and it was reported a firearm was also found inside of the vehicle. With all that being said, Youngboy was still granted a bond in a California court, but warrants out of Louisiana kept him incarcerated, and although one judge in another state felt he could be released, a Louisiana judge revoked the bond issued in California, and the judge is demanding no bond pending trial on 2 counts of being a felon in possession of a firearm. Now, Youngboy was arrested previously along with a group of 15 men after a 911 call for a group of men brandishing firearms at an abandoned home where they were recording a video. Youngboy's lawyer came forward saying none of the weapons found belonged to Youngboy or were ever in his possession, but the feds are saying otherwise, as the main piece of evidence in this case is still shot pictures from the music video of NBA Youngboy that clearly show him holding a Glock with a tack light attachment and a Masterpiece Arms 5.7 pistol with a tack grip and flash hider attached. These pictures were recovered from the camera used to record the music video, and the evidence is clear cut. Unfortunately for Youngboy, it's looking like he's going to remain incarcerated until trial unless he pleads out to a deal given by the feds. Keep in mind, being a felon in possession of a firearm is punishable by up to 10 years in a federal prison, with the average sentence being roughly 4 to 6 years, and Youngboy has 2 counts. With the conviction rate the feds maintain year after year, don't be surprised if within the next year, Youngboy is sentenced to a federal prison. Now keep in mind, with all that being said, there was a gun found in the fucking Maybach. I don't know if that's going to be a new gun charge or what they plan on doing with that. But I mean, looking at this case, this isn't unheard of. There's so many different cases you can pull up, and it's usually not celebrities. It's lesser known people, random people. You'll find guys that got out of prison and went to a gun range. They found his fingerprint on a bullet, or they caught him on camera. You'll find guys that have been sentenced to prison for flexing guns on Facebook and shit. And just that possession alone, I mean, from what I've heard, the feds don't even need to prove it's a gun. If it looks like a fucking gun, they're charging you with the gun, and it's on you to prove that it isn't one. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what can you really do to prove that it isn't? If you're a fucking rapper, they got so many goddamn BB guns, movie guns that are realistic as fuck. Chief Keef, he had a video where he had a rubber M16. You could bend this shit. You know what I mean? But he's saving himself from catching a case like this. I don't know why Youngboy needs all the fucking artillery in the music video, knowing damn well that he's a felon. Everybody knows Youngboy ain't pussy. I don't think he's pussy. I mean, is he killing people? I don't fucking know. His group is allegedly involved in some murders and shit. But bro, you really don't need to be putting all those guns in your fucking videos. Now you're caught up in a situation where they have you clear cut holding two different types of guns. Now, is there that 1% chance that Youngboy doesn't go to prison? I mean, yeah, the feds don't have a 100% conviction rate. But when they have a 100% picture of you holding a fucking gun and you're a felon, you kind of just fucked it up. And it isn't so much that they have the picture. They actually recovered the same two fucking guns that he was holding. You can see the 5.7 on the table, and you can see the Glock with the tack light on the table. You can tell it's the same one because of the sticker under the bottom. I mean, there's no debating that. We see the guns, we know they're real guns, we've recovered the real guns, and we see him in the video, in these pictures, with the same exact weapons. So to me, it sounds like he's gonna go to fucking prison regardless. There isn't really an option. And it isn't just a 10-year maximum sentence on the charges. You can get 3 years of supervised release after you get out, and like up to $250,000 in fucking fines. So it isn't just as sweet as you do some time and you walk away and you're done. Nah, the feds, they grab you by the balls for a couple of fucking years after you get out, and then they slowly, ease up on your nuts. But as far as him taking a plea deal, everybody gets offered a plea deal in the feds. 99% of their convictions are from plea deals, and it doesn't mean he has to snitch. It doesn't mean he has to say anything crazy. It's just like, look, we know you're fucked, you know you're fucked, so let's just say 5 years flat and you're good. You can walk away. Or maybe they're trying to max the gas. Look, both of these charges carry up to 10. We're not going to give you the max of 20, which I doubt they would do. We'll just settle for 8. Like, that's the type of bullshit that they're going to come at him with. The longer he's sitting inside of jail, the more this is going to eat him up. The more he's going to realize, all right, I need to take the sweetest deal that I can take, because, yeah, you can get a good lawyer, but when the feds have you, the feds fucking have you. You know what I mean? There's only so much a lawyer's going to be able to do for you in a federal courtroom. But we've seen how this played out for Kodak Black, who went to prison on a federal firearms offense, which was nothing more than just lying on paperwork, and they sent his ass to fucking Big Sandy, which is one of the worst federal penitentiaries you can be sent to. So I wouldn't be surprised if Youngboy gets sentenced, they max the gas, and they send him to a fucked up spot. He's young as shit, and he has a very aggressive demeanor from the videos that I've seen of people trying to grab his chain, him punching the shit out of them, or people trying to press him, etc. He always seems to have a lot of aggression inside of him, and hopefully he can humble himself and calm that down before he goes to prison, because nobody's gonna give a fuck about none of that. You know what I mean? There's no guns in here. You gotta pick up a knife, and if you're not used to the knife play, it's not something that you just easily adjust to, especially when you're around fucking prison vets that have been down 15, 20, 30 years, and they really know how to slang a knife. You don't want to do all that rah-rah bullshit with them, because they're just gonna get it done. But at the end of the day, even though this isn't the best outcome, it's a better outcome than him getting hit with a RICO charge, because that's forever time. You know what I mean? When you get hit with the RICO, your career is pretty much fucking done. Nobody's thinking about you anymore, and we can see that happening with the Casanova case, how he's saying his people aren't holding him down, his people aren't fucking with him, and it's most likely because his people know you're gone. There isn't no more Casanova 2 times, the career is over with. It would take a fucking miracle for him to get less than 10 fucking years, in my opinion, without snitching. But hey, it's 10 out of J. I'm gonna keep y'all updated on this case. If any more new information comes out, I'm rocking with y'all, y'all rocking with me. Till next time.